Good afternoon. This is Crystal Reed Heath, the Chief Strategist and CEO of Capital Consulting Strategies, and I am quite delighted to be with you today. Although I'm not feeling my best, I wanted to take an opportunity to come to you today and share with you two quick things. So the first is we have a special offer that I wanted to announce and share with you all for both businesses and political individuals. So I'm holding this up, but after our strategy session today, I'll post this. But this essentially is announcing our Try 100 special, where we're offering 100 free live calls from our call center for businesses and to support their endeavors. Well, you may ask, well, Crystal, how do we use these and what purpose can they be for? Well, very simply, these can be used for marketing or sales calls. Consider this an extension of your sales and marketing team. So with the 100 free live calls that we're going to give you, you can use them to follow up with prospects. You can use them to do prospect screening. You can use them also to promote something special that your company or business may have. But then also it can be follow-up calls to prospects. So there's nothing secret to what we do. We make great calls and we have phenomenal people that help us make the calls. But essentially, what this does, this maximizes your business's efforts and efficiency. You may not have a marketing team on staff, so really consider us as an extension of your marketing efforts. And simply to just utilize this, you need to just send your script, your database of phone numbers you would like for us to call, and the phone number that you'd like displayed on your caller ID. We're also offering the same promotion for political campaigns and those considering running for office. So if you are considering running for office, or let's say you're advocating for a particular legislative issue, we're also going to give you 100 free live calls, and those calls can be used for voter ID contact. They also could be used for fundraising, and they also could be used for polling. So I know you may think, well, this is not a major election year. Actually, we have over 30 municipal elections in South Carolina that are running for office. So certainly no campaign is too small or too large to take advantage of this. And we want you to try out our system. I know that it is something that will help you reach your prospective voters or your targeted businesses you're reaching out to. So certainly use that effort as well. And then before we go, I wanted to share with you 3 tips that I've used as a business owner that can help you grow your business. So the first is to always start with the end in mind. So that means operationally defining what success looks like. What is your objective? What are your goals? How are you going to reach them? Always start with the end in mind and be sure to know what you're specifically going afterwards. The second thing is that once you start with the end in mind, you then need to develop appropriate strategies to help you reach your objective. So for us, our example of reaching the end in mind is that for 2019, we wanted to increase our business by 20%. And so as part of one of our strategies, we are actually doing the Facebook Live session, and then we're also hiring sales consultants to help us speak to our target audience more effectively and efficiently. And so I can measure and track the effectiveness of that. And that's the third strategy tip that I'll share with you. So data is really important. And as part of that, you not just want to have strategies, but you want to have the ability to measure the effectiveness of whatever it is that you're doing. Meaning you should be able to measure your input and then the outcome or the result that you're able to achieve. But the most important part of this data is that you're flexible. So you can have very specific goals. We've talked about goals before. They should be SMART, so specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely objectives or goals, but then measure their performance. And we like to do this quarterly. So we look for what were our objectives for the quarter, and then at the end of that quarter, we measure our effectiveness and then make adjustments as necessary. I hope this has been helpful to you. I hope that you have the opportunity to take us up on our offer of 100 free live calls for our Try 100. To redeem that, simply just go to info@mycapitalconsulting.com and send us an email. And again, we just need the script, the database, and the phone number for which you'd like to display on your caller ID. So without further ado, I wish you a good weekend, and again, hope to see you soon.